Hey, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. What's up, my divine rebels? Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings. And today we have a seashell, ocean, mermaid theme reading. And yeah, it's a general read. There was a lot of love energies I was feeling, so some of y'all are definitely probably gonna ask some love questions, which the mermaids are good, a good group to ask. So we're gonna get into it. I have 3 lip scrubs here. I was showing them on a live. We have creamy coconut for option number 1. Yes, doesn't that look like some yummy tasteable sand? This used to have little jingle baby shells in it, and suddenly it does not, so that could mean something. We have peachy kisses here, a little bit lighter, like a little pink sand maybe. And this gorgeous little serving them conch shell going on. Then we have cookie dough, so good. Yes, even mermaids like cookie dough, come on now. It's not even a question. Hashtag Pisces mermaid. And we have this seashell that's a ring. So number 1, we have creamy coconut. Number 2, we have peachy kisses. And number 3, we have cookie dough. So we're going to get into it. We have water crystal oracle, we have seashell cards, we have mermaid decks, we have seashell runes, a bunch of good stuff over here. So let's get into it. Go ahead and hit your timestamp. The decks will be down below. If you'd like to send a tip or donation to my Ko-fi account, that's down below, a new thing that I'm trying. And there is also links for personal reads. All right, for those of you that chose number 1 here with creamy coconut and this little shell, there might be some things that you're letting go. There's still one little one in there that jingles sometimes, but there could be the theme of letting go or needing to let go of things, because that's what that shell is. Okay. Making sure that I got all of your cards from the pile. Your water card, that's a water crystal. When you speak the word dolphin to it, that's what it looks like. So you have the energy of dolphin. Let's see, we have the High Priestess reverse, so we definitely could have some Pisces and Cancer in the crew for this one. We have Judgment, Scorpio as well, all water signs coming through. We have the Lovers, 8 of Swords reverse, so Gemini energy. And then we have 3 seashells. We have someone elusive or difficult to obtain, which was coming up reversed. We have unhealthy behavior that must come to an end immediately, with this seashell here. And we have changing negative behaviors voluntarily or by force. Ooh, right here. Yes. So what I'm seeing here is wanting to have a relationship with somebody who doesn't always act in the best way, like, but intensely. I am seeing you could be dealing with somebody who's had concerns when it comes to incarceration or rehab or things of that nature, or even hospitalization. There could have been those themes of like partners who say they can't make it without you, who harm themselves, who threaten to harm themselves if you leave. So it's a relationship where you feel like, oh well, we're soulmates, and when it's good, but your intuition really gets clouded. We also have this for your rune seashell, and that is now this rune, and it is a rune that shows like scarcity and need, like kind of the, if you think of the more negative sides of the root chakra when it's unbalanced, those kind of concerns going on. So this could be one of those relationships where it's syncing up more out of needs, out of karmic patterns, out of toxicity and toxic loops. That is why you can't let go of it. There could be one partner who is really kind of obsessed with being the, like, I'm the good person, I save you, and then the other person who's like, well, I'm the bad person and I'm the one who's fucked up that needs saving, and you guys operate within those circles quite often. Some of you might fluctuate and go back and forth. You know, one of you goes through something traumatic and dramatic, and the other one comes in and, you know, plays the role of saving, and then you go back and forth. So it's something that, even though there's intense soul energy here, you definitely have soulmate energy here. It's not really being healthy on the physical realm, and there's the energy of release that needs to happen, or even staying away from each other. Coconut, you pick the creamy coconut lip scrub. Coconut actually can even show like celibacy or being apart, really valuing like your sexual energy, your spiritual energy. It holds the water inside, containing yourself, kind of getting a hold of yourself, because I feel like you guys might have that what album was it that Rihanna did that was like, you know, Firebomb and all those songs about like dramatic relationship and violent and careless relationships, stuff like that. So this could be going on mentally, emotionally, even physically for some of you. Some of you might really be playing games with each other and yeah, just going back and forth, doing something to get back at each other, but then feeling bad for it. I also see if you guys are doing like a lot of divination yourself, or if you've been doing too many pick a cards, things of that nature, it might not be the best right now. Well, it's not. It's not, might not. The Judgment's coming up with High Priestess reverse. So it's kind of, your guides are kind of like, that's not what we were saying about this situation. And I get it, because you have dolphin energy. I think a lot of you are very, you know, hopeful romantics kind of thing. Hopeless romantics in this case, I guess, because it's not the healthiest situation. So it's like we're putting on rosy glasses, and I'm also Pisces, okay? I get it, water signs, or that energy of water energy that's not seeing what it needs to, or it's seeing that and choosing not to believe it, or choosing to rebel against it. There can also be some Aries in this group, or Sagittarius, because that can also be a way that those signs are like, don't tell me what to do. If you tell me to stay away from this toxic person, I'm gonna run to them. So there's an energy of need, of ownership, of, well, I want it to be this way, so that's how I'm going to foresee it. But with the High Priestess reverse, it shows that that's not a clear visual of what's actually happening or going to happen. And it's not healthy to continue in that vein, because you're not reading spiritual energy right. So for even those of you who are big manifestors or witches or warlocks or whatever, if you don't check and read the energies that are there properly, you still can throw off whatever you're trying to manifest. If you're trying to say, oh, this person's going to marry me, we're going to be twin flames. And look, I'm going to get those kind of readings because I'm going to tell you about them. And for the record, whenever I've done tough readings about someone needing to get divorced, or they're going to get married and people don't believe it either way, it's always been right, okay? I've been doing this a long time. Cards are here for a reason. So there's definitely space that needs to be had. If this person's pulling away from you, if they've been, especially if they are like going in and out of rehab and things, like unhealthy behavior that must come to an end immediately. Like this is, it's serious. It's more than just, well, I don't want people to think I'm wrong, or I want what I want, or I'm going to try to force a soul contract and all of, like, people are getting way too much into that, to the point that you're not, like, not you, well, what's your reading, but not even thinking about the health of the other person's soul and your soul. And that's kind of the vibe here. Excuse me, I bumped the tripod. That's kind of the vibe here, is we have to get out of that, well, I'm so pure, I'm so healthy, I'm so spiritual that I'm going to allow this to continue, da da da. No, sometimes people, we have to face reality. We have to pull away from people. We have to separate from situations that are toxic. Sometimes us thinking that we're so love and light and stuff, and unconditional loving, is allowing very toxic behavior, or we're actually playing out the role of, I want to save you, I'm the only one who can, I'm the only one who can love you, when that's not true. That's not true. So yes, the connection's there, that's valid, but that's not enough to have a healthy spiritual relationship, physical, emotional, mental relationship. It's not enough to make a person get their stuff together, because their life is about them. The Lover should be about two whole people coming together and being at one. So the universe is going to continue to, I'm seeing the hands actually pushing away, push you guys away until this stuff is fixed. And to be honest with this reading, it could get worse or worse. You might have other people intervene. You might have I'm not seeing good scenarios here. Like I'm like a don't call the cops person. Help people that are in danger, but y'all don't be doing that. Don't end up on a meme, okay, right, Colin? But in this case, I feel like you might have family members that are like, we're tired of the abuse, we're tired of this craziness, or they might kick y'all out if you're staying with them, or they might feel like they need to take your kids if the situation's been toxic. So it depends on if you're in separation or not. If you guys are together and you know that shit's been toxic and you keep trying to just stay in that super low vibe thing, it's gonna explode or implode, okay? If you have separation, the energy is to work on yourself and stop putting so much controlling obsessive energy towards this, because this person needs to work on themselves, and it's not all about you. It's not just to get with you. That's not the whole point of us living lives and incarnate, is to go get with someone who's obsessed with us being their soulmate, okay? Not that that's not a beautiful, important part here. Yes, that could be an important part. But this person, or you, if you're the one who has been going through, you know, a lot of health crisis and self-harm and finding your own identity, very toxic patterns, addictions, those kind of things, then that could be you on that side as well. So yeah, it says something elusive or difficult to obtain, but that's reverse. So it's like it's not always too hard to get back together, but it's hard to get back together in a good way, right? Changing negative behaviors voluntarily or by force, and that's the thing right there. We don't want the universe to have to come in with the Tower card. I always say when we ignore the Judgment card or when we ignore the Death card, that's when we get the Tower and shit really hits the fan. And with the dynamic of what's going on here, honestly, it could be those like Chris Brown Rihanna moments, you know, where it's like, now the whole world's going to see it, and y'all are not going to be together if you're not going to listen and each get healthy on your own, period. Like, this obsession ain't it. This, you having this big spiritual affinity for each other is not enough to be doing all this, okay? So this came out way more intense than I thought, and you guys have dolphin spirit over here, so I know that you don't want to see things in that way. You might want to see it in a very beautiful way. You can still bless their spirit. You can still see things you know, good for their spirit and yours. But if you don't look at the reality of things and stop purposely hoodwinking yourself and deluding yourself about things, again, I'm a Pisces, I'm water dominant, I get it, I know how we can do that, y'all. But if you don't look at it for the real, it's not gonna last, and I think it would ruin any chance of this being healed. But I see a long haul for this one. And it's going to have to take both of you being in your own lives, worrying about your own business, getting your own shit together, period. And all of that, like, well, I'm better, so I'm going to save, I'm going to fix, I can do what I want. And the other person being like, well, I'm shitty, I can do what I want. Like, all that's going to have to change. There's a real change of mindset. You know, it's those get your head cracked open by the universe, totally rework how you think about love and spirituality and relationships and all that. So there could be a lot of lessons and wisdom to learn, but it's not saying stay together to learn them, okay? But I would get back calibrated, find your happiness and your peace. And the beautiful thing is, I think you do have happiness that lies outside this person, and that's what you really have to focus on and grow. Get back in that space. Let yourself be more discriminating with this person, not sitting there sending them shade because you're mad because they won't come be your soulmate, but just, you know, make judgment calls, make healthier judgment calls about things, and also being a bit tougher on yourself. You might have to stop yourself, pump your brakes from going down nostalgia lane or trying to connect with them spiritually, or overly going through pick-a cards and readers and doing spell work or something for them. You have to really be hard on yourself about that. And I understand that it's hard, especially when you're very sensitive and when you do originally have a very strong soul connection with this person. All right. Now, what I'm not going to do is let y'all project that onto me. So I'm going to let you know, if you try to sound off on me in the comments, the cards never lie. And there's a reason. Your intuition led you to pick a cards, to YouTube, to this channel, to this one video, to this option. All right. And when I read true. Okay. It is what it is right here. So I suggest you take the bitter medicine. If some parts aren't as, extreme for your case, I'm very happy about that. And, but there was a reason that the universe wanted to present it to you in a very dramatic way so that you would hear it and it would get through to you. Okay. I see 8 over here and an 8. There's also 111 here. And we have a, this is 20, but it's like a XX, like a 1010. Energy here, so that I'm seeing those numbers, repeating numbers. So you might be seeing that could be 6s that you see repeating as well. Those are your reminders in this case. Get it together. All right, don't slip up, don't slip up. Yeah, there's ones everywhere. Stay on it, right? Be about your business. With 8s, 1s, focus on yourself so that you can get to the 6 energy, which is harmonious relationships. Yeah, so don't pop off unless you want me to block you, but take the medicine of the reading, and I hope that it helps get healthy relationships, right? I mean, look at Rihanna now, okay? What's she doing out here? She's got her, not that you have to go date a billionaire, but she's in a relationship that she says she's very happy in. It's loving, it's supportive. She's out here doing her thing and is respected and all this kind of stuff. So, you can see other options in the world and see yourself living a better life. Just know it exists, all right? But don't try to come for me because I know this was an intense reading. But I really wish you guys safety. I don't play around about any domestic violence and things like that. And I'm a big romantic, but I've lived through very harsh things. And that's why I will open up to bring you these truthful messages if they come through, okay? So I wish you all the best, absolutely all the best. And yeah, go ahead and comment. Go ahead and comment as long as you ain't coming for me. All right, please like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on another one, number 1s. Thank you. For number 2s. See, people don't know how, like, literally, if you really connect to, like, mermaid energy, like ocean energy, it be the truth, y'all. It really do. So number 2, Peachy Kisses with the conch shell serving conch. We have from your water crystal. This is what the water looks like when you speak the word spirit to it. You got spirit. Oh, spirit up in your reading. We have the Ace of Swords. So some of you are already having clairaudience and hearing messages from spirit about things. Magician reversed. We have the King of Cups. Let's see what else we have. We have South African turban shell, peeling away the outer layers to find the inner light, and that was reversed. We have the purple dimurix, which looks like a scepter, being treated as special or elite, favoritism. And we have the prostitute Venus clam, going through the motions, action without heart behind it. All right. So, hey, some of y'all could be sex workers. You could be open about your sexuality. You could be rebellious in the way that you handle your sexual energy. And I know some people are going to be like, I haven't done anything. I've been celibate. You know what? This is spiritual energy. It's not just what you've been actually doing, okay? You could be internalizing that vibe. So don't come over here, Virgos. All right, I know the other side of the coin. Don't play with me. Look, that knife can pry open that clam right there. Don't play. So I'm going to flip these over now that y'all have had a look-see. What is your message? I do see the dynamics of having to be more respectful. I'm going to do a video about privilege, how we leverage our different privileges. And in here, some of y'all are a little bit spoiled, okay? You're used to getting this pompous, you're like this pompous energy, right? That you're used to getting your way, getting attention, or you feel entitled to it, or you are born to a privileged caste of society, things of that nature, and you might really look down on others. What I'm seeing with this is this whole thing when people go and they're like, oh, well, that's my soulmate, and then they're like, oh, the other is a karmic, or like try to diminish the other person in some way and speak down on them. But reverse, we have peeling away the outer layers to find the inner light. So not paying attention to the other aspects of people, judging people without a cause, without a reason. So not all of you will be in third-party situations, but this is saying if that's the case and you've been trying to slander, which the Ace of Swords here, or hate on somebody else to diminish them so that you feel like you are more deserving of this King of Cups, that it's not really going to stick, because you don't know like their heart, you don't know who they are. And just because society in this lifetime demonizes like sex workers or people who are ratchet or hot girl summer, whatever, doesn't mean that the universe does. And that's the crazy thing. So we can try, you know, there is this energy of like bad magic and shade being thrown. So I hope that's not y'all. If it is, thank you for coming to this reading. Spirit saying, how about we recalibrate that? Okay, you're better than that energy to think that you're less, because that's what that means. And if you guys are young and you don't know that yet, I used to take it so to heart when people would say horrible things and try to act like, oh, you're, you know, some people even raise their children like that, especially girls. Oh, don't be like a little slut, don't be a little whore. And you're like, I didn't even do anything yet, right? And I used to take it so to heart. Like, I love my relationships too with you know, women and femmes especially. Like, I get so close to them and it hurts so bad if there's like jealousy or meanness and cattiness and like competing over partners. Like, I would never do it. Even my arch enemy, I would be like, fine, just have them. Like, I hate that so much, and I want community. And it took me a long time to realize, wait, this isn't about me at all, because obviously I didn't do anything. It's the other person. They really are that much lacking confidence. They're really that full of hate or misunderstanding about love that they compartmentalize everything so that they have an excuse to shame people, right? And you see that all over YouTube on videos and stuff where it's, oh, well, you didn't cook this way, so you don't deserve your husband, or you didn't, you know, just crazy things. And it can go for any gender. I do get also that some people are being shaming to those who are queer or non-binary or transgender in some ways, and maybe you're feeling threatened by that, or, you know, want to talk down that someone you're interested could be interested in someone who just has a different way of being themselves and being sexual in the world. Now, for some of you, you've been on the receiving end of that. You might feel like maybe the rest of your family's more religious and you're more spiritual, and you're just like, man, I just feel like people just shame me. They think that I'm this awful person. We have your rune is Isa reverse, so this is ice. You can kind of think of Elsa, when the negative side of the ice powers, when it's just you know, closing down. Some of you might be going through that, where you're just closing down internally and feeling like you can't live your life yourself and express. Some of you, it's because you still have this programming that unless you're like super pure and perfect, you don't deserve a soulmate, or you can't have a partner. And so you have to, you know, really kind of edit yourself to like extreme levels. And I remember there's this person on YouTube that does like spiritual things, but they also have like this I don't know, groom you to get like a rich man kind of thing. And it would just be really extreme like that. Like, unless your hair's this way, your hair should be straightened, you should look this way, you should only have these type of careers, like all this kind of stuff in order to deserve your soulmate and your partner, right? All that Venus and Mars self-help book kind of stuff. And so some of you, it's that has really got you in a place where you're feeling bitter about yourself and others, and you might not be able to be happy for other people's relationships unless they, you know, do the exact things that you are, because you feel like there has to be a formula, there has to be something that I can do to be perfect to get this relationship. And then you might demonize, like, again, that, oh, well, they're not your soulmate, oh, well, they're not your they're just a karmic, that kind of stuff. Or that families deserve to be broken up, or people deserve to lose their partners, could be very invested in celebrity relationships like that. So I'm seeing a lot of this kind of energy. And so if that is stuff that you're doing right now, it's coming from a place of not feeling deserving in love yourself. And so Spirit's like, no, we want you to recalibrate it, because that attitude is pretty stank. And look, stanky clam over here, oh my god. And because it's not helping you, like it's not helping you get love. That's the point. So you come to Hemi's reading, I'll help you, I'll talk about it, even though you might just, you know, I know people dislike and they get mad, but what can I do to help so that you can get love, so that you don't feel like some frozen up clam over here, but you can release that? Because I think we've all been in those places. It's hard after breakups or different things. When we feel diminished in society, we start getting programmed that we have to diminish others. And this is like, no, like you're already the only you that's out there. It's only when we believe all of these things and we cut down others that we start being smaller ourselves. So you have that spiritual energy that's there, and that's what's really going for you. And spirit really wants to lead you in better ways. Like, don't think like that, don't communicate like that, don't tell yourself that, don't judge yourself, you know, free yourself. That's what we want to be on, not this shade and slander and bad magic, bad energy, bad juju that you think no one's gonna find. Okay, this is about allowing yourself to peel away the outer layers to find enlightenment. And the South African turban, it could even be the judgment of, like, for instance, the privilege and judgment and racism is so bad that most of America don't even care about what happened in Sudan right now, even though it's, you know, women and children involved, right? Where was all the feminism about that? But they wear turbans, they're African. See, there's always reasons we can think of to hate someone else, try to make them less, and try to make these rules so that we can pretend we're better than others. But this is like, we're whole souls, we're whole beautiful people. Look at the King of Chalices, right? Completely whole spirits deserving of love in ourselves. The only time that changes is when we decide to be an awful person and be shady, right? And so then it makes us like, oh, someone should probably stay away and not love you right now. So this basically is saying you are empowered to make changes, to release yourself, to release if others have been slandering you, to get out of the cycle of feeling like you have to pop back and answer that, and to realize that if this is happening to you from others, that it's a very it's that low vibe, not the low vibe where we have to sit there and talk about how low vibe they are, but it's just that really shady shit that comes from them probably really hating themselves, to be honest. And if you're doing this as well, it's the same thing where the universe is like, okay, that's sounding like you must not love yourself right now. We need to talk about that. Spirit wants to spend more time with you and, you know, have you really pay attention to how you think, how you judge others, how you communicate with yourself and others, what you kiki about with other people, what you talk about. Is that actually showing that unless you're the favorite and you're the most perfect and you're the one that is chosen by the suitor every time, that you really don't have a good mindset about yourself, or that you really don't have good relationships with other people, right? Excuse me, drinking some of my sparkling rose lemonade, which is so good. Yeah, so that's a big part of what wants to spiritually be rearranged, is the idea that you're only lovable if you can get all the high marks from a certain person to prove that you are. All right, peeling away the outer layers to the inner light. No longer going through the emotions, but having heart behind your actions. Yes, and no longer expecting favoritism. That can kill you. Sitting around waiting for favoritism, whew, that can be a very self-punishing, dangerous game to play. Waiting for someone else to love you and give you permission to exist. Right? Look at this person. They're juggling, balancing upside down, backwards, about to cut their own energy, the luminous gate, about to cut it off themselves. That's too much. So you want to have control and power over your mind, over all different areas of your life. Even if you feel like you're dealing with physical aspects you can't change, that others try to disempower you for, even if you feel like, you know, you wish that you could change how someone feels about you, things of that nature. it really is where it's an emotional energy. It's a headspace. For instance, if you're like, well, I'm not attractive, and I know that's the root of my bitterness. This is like, who says you're not attractive? Attractiveness is an energy, okay? And I can tell you that from astrology, right? So not every person that has like a Libra rising might be societally approved of being attractive, but you bet they can floss that attractive energy regardless, okay? So it's that kind of idea, letting your heart and your mind be at greater peace with each other. Letting I keep getting this is like the biggest theme the past week, is letting other people's have their own heart and mind. If you're obsessed with controlling someone's thoughts, what they're thinking of you, how they talk about you, how they feel. Now, I'm not saying don't put boundaries when someone's talking shit. Sometimes we got to drop that gavel, but this is like overly just obsessed with it, reacting to it, trying to make them act different, trying to react differently yourself so that they'll say different things. All like that's exhausting. I feel like y'all are exhausted. And so this is freeing yourself from that, freeing others from that, so that they don't have to tap dance around you, and you know, not using your ability to edit and cut down others to make them act and talk and speak the way that you want them to. Let them be free. Let them be their own reflection of themselves. Let you be your own reflection of yourself. Find some authenticity. Okay, because soulmate energy is here. It's definitely here, but I feel like there's going to be either it's not going to come together. If you're already married or something, it's not going to come together until you get to that place where you can see how it's like a king of cups and a dolphin, a mermaid and a dolphin, but they're both in their zone. They both do their own thing. They're not judging each other. You know, he likes to sit up here. The dolphin doesn't sit in a throne. The dolphin swims around. It's okay. They still got love. So could be Scorpios, Pisces, Cancers, and Virgos and Geminis. Again, same signs as the last one. Maybe you picked more than one. There could also be Leos, definitely, in this one. Aquarius. So yeah, so it's like until you allow each other to be in flow, it's not going to come together. All right, because it's very easy to get in our corner and just take down the other person so they don't realize that we don't feel like we're whole. And the universe is like, nah, that's not it. That's not it. Let's not do that one. All right, let's get more to the pleasurable side of life. You got peachy kisses over here, okay? Juicy as a peach. Life should be way more juicy. And some of y'all, it's like, you just need to relax to the point that you can have a good lay, not a revenge lay, not a hateful lay, not a I'm doing this to trap you lay, but just have good, healthy sexual life, okay? Because things is feeling dry over here. Your knees might be squeaking. All right, but Spirit wants you to be happy, and they want the other people in the situation to be happy too. You could be big mad at that, but it's true. All right, that's what they're saying. So allow it to be. Allow it to be. But definitely, please work on loving yourself more. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough because we got all these voices that are so good at talking shit in our head, and we might be amazing at being able to roast people. So you're like, but I could roast them so good right now. Dang. But this is saying right now, it's not a healthy space for you, okay? All right, let's see what numbers. Do we have any repeating numbers? The number 1. Yeah, 1s and 8s again. I'm also seeing a lot of 9s. Yep, 1s, 8s, and 9s. So when you see those numbers, it's a reminder of this reading, right? That looks like a 1 there. A reminder of this reading that you are lovable. You don't have to follow someone else's, get right, get like me plan in order to have your soulmate. You don't have to diminish yourself, a third party, or your soulmate in order to, or the person you want to be your soulmate in order to achieve a relationship in love. And Spirit truly wants all of y'all to be happy and to be in a place of love and to have your individuality that comes together in an authentic way in the relationship, okay? Look, the mermaid with the dolphin. So, and it wants you to also get that juice of life, okay? You're doing too much over here. Too much. That's why some of y'all so mad. All right? You need to go get some pleasure in your life. Look, and it might be from electronics or other things if you don't have a person there. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So that's your reading number 2. I hope you liked it. These have come out really intense. I mean, I promise y'all, I don't go with the intention of like, I'm going to do these intense readings, but because I'm open to letting those messages and truths come out, they be coming out like gangbusters over here. All right. No, they be coming out like the hard, tough love. That's what they come out like. So that is your reading number 2. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you again on another one. Now for number 3s, hey, let's see how yours go, because the other 2 were intense. They were intense. So for those of you who chose cookie dough lip scrub, nom nom, this is the water crystal you got. This is what water molecules look like when you speak the word respect onto them, okay? RESPECT from the power suit is one of your cards. Let's find out what it means to you. You knew I was going there, didn't you? Okay. You guys got a lot of extra cards in yours too. We got the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, letting the dove fly. Let's see, dove actually is really huge because I don't want to say too much, but I did a reading that about a dove, and it was the sweetest, most precious energy to channel into. I do animal readings and communications, y'all. We have the Queen of Cups reversed, and I love this. This is the doorway deck, and I love that the Queen of Cups is in spirit because that's just very Queen of Cups. So again, we have water signs. Of course, y'all are drawn to ocean mermaid themed readings. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's also a strong Virgo or Taurus energy so far. We have the Tower reversed, could be some Aries and against Scorpios. We have Judgment reversed, definitely Scorpios. Or Scorpio placements. Now we got a ton of beautiful seashell cards here for you guys. We have this one, Wavy Edge Spindle, which means a partner or helper, okay? We have the Watering Pot. These are all sea creatures and shells and stuff. Reaping what is sown, taking responsibility for one's own actions. We have Black-Lipped Pearl Oyster. So it has the pearl with the fringe. That's beautiful. Looking for the gift connected to the situation. Beauty from irritation. Okay, we can all use some beauty from the irritation we've been having in life. Starfish. Surviving something disgusting and stomach turning. Okay, and we got some cool creatures in this one. Seahorse, being the ideal husband or father or any nurturing male or masculine identified. Okay. Yes. Can you see that? Oh, let me see. I might put some of these over here because we have so many. All right. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Sorry, the light's all, and my tripod's covering the back of the camera so I can't see so well. Okay, so what we have for you guys, yes, this is definitely like the positive read of the trio. This is so beautiful. I'm seeing you guys letting go of so much pain and bullshit and fear and like things that were not good. Some of you have been releasing your ex and it's a good vibe. Look, she's cheesing. This person is cheesing, letting go of this. Look, go ahead, be happy, fly free. All right, fly free, because I'm about to get my best life over here. Some of you, it's within your relationship that you have released, you know, the anger, the pain, the resentment, just pouring it out. The Queen of Cups reverse. There could be times where you're like, I'm emotional in not a good way. Like this feels like too much. You know, you're feeling the whole spectrum. Right now we're in Cancer season, so you might really go back and forth and feel like this is, oh, I have the best of nostalgia in good ways and just love that pours out of me. And then other times I feel like I'm having an intense emotional breakdown. But with Judgment reversed and the Tower reversed, it's not in a negative way. It's not where it's going to end in a bad place or going back to toxic relationships. We have so many words of respect and healthy partners and getting, you know, the happiness after tough situations. So if you've been healing with your partner, where they are aware, you guys have been actively healing the relationship, repairing a marriage, I'm even feeling family and siblings and things of that nature. I feel like it's going to go a lot better this time. There's going to be genuine energy healing around you guys. I'm being drawn to hair, so some of you maybe they could have had like a curly afro, very puffy, flowy, curly hair. It's reversed, so maybe they've changed it. I'm also seeing red hair on here a lot. So maybe at one point the person had red hair, or they do have red hair. Yes, you might have someone who also wraps their hair a lot. So that's just coming up, so I want to mention it. Yes, we also have this rune, which is Othila, which is perfect. It's literally the rune of like abundance and good luck and blessings and opportunities. So this is such a blessed read. Yes, if you have been, again, leaving past negative situations, you're rebuilding your life. I'm even getting some people chose this for like rebuilding after your career change or moving. Again, there's a lot of emotions. You're going to feel the whole spectrum of emotions, but overall, it's a really good move, okay? This is reminding me of an elbow, and you know when you hit your funny bone, and that's like the worst thing, but you can't stop laughing. You're just like, oh my God, I'm so mad, but it does make me like do this weird nervous laugh. That's how you'll be in even the tough situations, and the Tower is not going to hit. So whatever has been that deeper fear that you've been afraid is going to hit or explode or happen, we're seeing that no longer happen. And a big part of that is from what you're letting go. The more you remove the toxic factors in your life and in those partnerships and situations, you're going to be able to hit smooth sailing. It's a really great feeling that I'm getting here. Respect, self-respect, like woo, my heart chakra. See how she's dressed all in green, and see even around this there's like a green energy around this Tower card. There you go, see that green? It's a beautiful feeling. There's even green here on the flag. Like, whew, yes. I also love in the Seven of Pentacles that this person's letting others tend the fields. So you might start, just in a practical sense, outsourcing things in your life. Let someone else do website management. Let someone else come deliver you things. Let someone else help out, or let them handle their own dang problems. Because Seven of Pentacles, we've been waiting a long time, and we've been seeing, are these situations good investments? You'll know just because of the respect. The people who come respectful, they nurture, take care of the people in their life. Look at that. Woo, I didn't even notice. Some of you already did. 44. Okay, that's an angel number. It's a blessing number. I mean, all numbers can be angel numbers, but that one shows specifically spirit crew coming through. I'm going to flip these over so we can see the meanings again. Excuse me. But yeah, you've been reassessing, and now you're just like, okay, I think I know what I want in my end game. I think I know what I want out of this situation, out of these people, and I know if they can do it or not. And I have the respect for myself. For some of you, I finally have the respect for myself that I'm going to put my foot down, and I'm going to expect it of others to come correct. And that is going to be huge. Oh my gosh, I forgot. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about harvest, and you got reaping what is sown, taking responsibility for one's own actions. So although you guys have partners coming in, there's definitely a few different partners. Some of y'all got a few, okay? Options here. At the same time, that personal responsibility you take for your life is everything. The more you do that, the more you're going to realize how in control you are. The more you're going to realize how much you cast who can be in your life and who cannot. The more you're going to see that others are like, damn, I better come correct, because if they hold themselves accountable like this, they ain't going to take any bullshit from me, right? That's huge. That's huge. When people see us not take responsibility in our life or hold ourselves accountable for things, they think they can come in and do whatever. When they see us, you know, living our best life because we're keeping ourselves in check, we're keeping ourselves in respect and self-love, handling our business, they're like, ooh, I can't come in their house with dirty shoes. Sure can't. All right, people definitely know that you've survived a lot and that you've been through a lot, and they're just like, how did you do it? Like, I thought, you know what it reminds me of? It's like the Emperor's New Groove, when they're all like, they keep like going over the waterfall, and then they like get stuck in the canyons when they're falling, and the log, they get suspended. All, you know, it's a cartoon, y'all, if you haven't seen it. It's just like, man, one thing after another. You do they get through that? Like, your life is just like crazy to some people. How did that happen? I can't even believe it. People might be like, what are you pulling my leg, when you tell them what's going on? But they're going to, as much as they might not believe that, they're going to be stunned with the fruits of your labor. They're not going to be able to deny that. Okay, they're gonna be like, well, you must have been doing all that or doing something, because all of a sudden big benefits are coming in. Oh, benefits. Some of you might finally be getting some if you've been owed through a lawsuit or through any court proceedings, or, you know, jobs laying off, workers' comp, something of that nature. Yes, that can definitely be coming around. What you planted and others thought that they were going to go and take advantage of. She's like, haha, I got the estate. Okay, watering pot, what you've been watering over here, what you've been taking care of. Also, this can just be in general. Okay, I'm seeing moving up. So if you're moving right now, you're going to be moving to something bigger and better. And you might be moving from the streets. You might be in the most difficult situations. But let me tell you, coming from where I'm coming from, it can happen. Manifest that shit. Know that you are in a good way. Let the universe know that's what you expect. And then take the action steps that show you respect yourself and that you know you deserve that upgrade in life you want. And it will happen. Okay? I can tell you that. No matter where you're coming from, it can happen. Okay? Especially with these cards you've got here, okay? And that could be the partners and the helpers that you're getting coming through that are going to really believe in you. They're going to know that you deserve the support. Some of you, it can be from just maybe you're even looking for an apprentice, or you're going to mentor people. Some of you, it's in the case where you need someone to mentor you or help you out. There's all different ways that we look for partnerships or people to help. Also, romantically, I see things going well. If you're a single parent and you've been concerned about bringing in a partner because of the dynamic with children, I see that that coming about, having a partner that you can trust with children, and you might even want to have more children with them, with seahorse energy. Seahorse energy is very strong, and it's seahorse represents, you know, when we don't expect someone to be able to be so nurturing in the way that they are, because we judge them from their outer appearance. So for some of you, this person can be a different look, they could be a different style, they could be a different gender than you would think would act in that way to be caring and nurturing in the ways that they are. But here they are. Here they are, and it's a beautiful feeling, a beautiful familial energy with the seahorse. So family dynamics should be getting better, safety for children should be getting better, and just beautiful heart-to-heart connections that way. Looking for the gift connected to the situation, beauty from the irritation. So after you survived something disgusting over here with this starfish, your life is just going to be moving up and be very blessed and very beautiful. So don't worry about past karma right now. I feel like the universe is handling it. They're taking it off. They're like, wash your hands. You're going to be eating at the table over here. We don't want you taking all this to where you're leveling up to. We got it. You know, we've taken out the trash for you. You don't need to worry about all this. Don't be worrying about someone else's pain and their downfall, all that kind of stuff. They might specifically hide it from you so you can't see what's going on with someone, but don't think that people aren't going to be corrected if they've been disrespectful, because they will. But that's not what they want you to focus on. They want you to focus on, again, moving forward with your own responsibility and accountability. And what they want with that is just to bless you. You know, it's not any punishment. It's not any more difficulty. It's just doing the work or taking the steps to go out and look for that dream house. be open to that partner. You know, show up in your relationship with your children, ask for the promotion you want, all of that. Very blessed energy. Personal relationships are going to start going better, but first you're going to really be establishing that with yourself. It's almost that feeling where you feel so good that you might forget that you're to worry about your personal relationships, like in a good way. Like, man, I feel so good, so in love with life, I'm doing so well, like I'm checking off my list and handling life, like I'm doing this, I'm out here, okay? And then you're like, oh yeah, let me is there, partner, is there any concerns that you have? Was there anything that we needed to talk about? Oh no, we good? Oh, we super good. Okay, good, because I was over here just happy. I forgot. I forgot I need to worry. I used to worry about relationships. I forgot I used to worry about my money. I forgot I used to worry about, you know, safety and security. You guys are really going into a new place. And cookie dough, yes, cookie dough, you can bake it, you can put it in bars, you can eat it in ice cream, you can eat it by itself. It's got all the different chunks and sweetnesses all together. You don't gotta sacrifice, just choose chocolate. You can add peanut butter, you can put oatmeal. Like, cookie dough is just a wonder food, okay? You can make a healthy style one, a superfood style. You can eat it real, you know, super too sweet. There's so many different styles, right? I love it. I've been baking from scratch since I was little, y'all. I got a sweet tooth, and so that's your life right now. That is your life. You throw out the bad eggs, okay? But that doesn't mean that you don't get the cookie dough, all right? And yeah, blessings on blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Look up this rune. It looks like a little fish. Some of y'all are Pisces. I love it. And I'm so glad, y'all, I chose this one. And I'm so glad, because the other two were like a little intense. Very intense. I'm sorry, I'm just like drinking this. I showed it in my other one, sparkly rose lemonade. I'm just sitting in this energy because it feels so good. All right, just keep swimming. I was like, why did that turn on its side? Just keep swimming. Keep that pure heart. And keep leveling up. Yeah. All right, so that's your reading. I hope you liked it. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you on another one.